Welcome to episode 37 of the Metamagix Monster Manual and another continuation of the Demon Souls chapter. In today's episode, we are going to be covering how I think you should run the Fool's Idol and the subsequent magic item in D&D 5e. As a reminder, you can find a link to every single stat block and every single magic item from the Metamagix Monster Manual in the description of this video. It'll take you to my Discord where you can find downloadable pictures for free. And if you want to see all these monsters and magic items run live in action, you can jump on over to my Twitch stream where I run weekly interactive D&D campaigns featuring all items and monsters from the Metamagix Monster Manual that you, the viewer, can influence. The link to that can also be found in the description. But before we jump into any of the stats, let's talk about the design goals for the Fool's Idol. For the design goals of the Fool's Idol, I wanted to design a monster that is meant to be run at fairly early levels, which is also a fairly weak monster, very easy to kill, but is heavily reliant on their abilities in order to get out of danger pretty quickly. So with all of that in mind, let's begin. So this is the Fool's Idol, and to begin, the Fool's Idol is classified as a medium fiend with the chaotic evil tag. It has an armor class of 10, 100 hit points, and a movement speed of 0. The stats are relatively pretty weak with an 8 strength, 10 dex, 14 con, 13 intelligence, 16 wisdom, and 10 charisma. He has a passive perception of 13, speaks 0 languages, and has a challenge rating of 6. Where the Fool's Idol shines is in her abilities, beginning with stun circles. At the start of the encounter, the Fool's Idol places 6 traps at locations within 60 feet of her at places of the DM's choosing. These traps are 5 by 5 feet and appear as a bright green circles that flash with energy before turning invisible. Any creature that steps on a circle is stunned until the start of their next turns, meaning they are pretty much unable to do anything until their next turn. Next ability she has is Clones. Anytime the Fool's Idol loses 25 hit points, she vanishes into a cloud of radiant mist, appearing at a location of the DM's choosing within 60 feet. The Fool's Idol simultaneously creates 5 clones of herself that appear at the same time as her at locations of the DM's choosing within 60 feet of her. These clones of her are treated as though they were all part of separate simulacrum spells, but with only 25% of her maximum hit points, and their Soul Ray attack becomes Soul Arrow, dealing 1d6 plus 3 force damage. The clones disappear each time the Fool's Idol disappears, so basically they can't burst down the Fool's Idol with 75 damage and then she summons 15 clones. All the clones will just refresh, disappear, and reappear whenever she loses 25 hit points. And the final ability is Resurrection. When the Fool's Idol is slain, she is resurrected and regains all of her hit points if there is a Fool's Idol prisoner located within 100 feet of her and concentrating on the resurrection ritual upon the time of death. This prisoner is treated as a commoner for stats, but with the added ability to channel a resurrection spell specifically for the Fool's Idol. So basically, you're going to spawn this prisoner at a random location wherever you decide to have this encounter, preferably hidden away from view. The Fool's Idol dies. The prisoner will have already been channeling this spell for the entire time, and you should probably make it known to the party that this is happening. If this does happen and they don't find the prisoner the first time, you don't want to keep this hidden from them and wondering what's going on. So at most, if they have not found the prisoner before the resurrection point, have the Fool's Idol get resurrected one time, but have it be very obvious that there is this creature somewhere else doing the resurrection after the first time, so the encounter doesn't become overly punishing. So for the actions of the Fool's Idol, she only has one, and that's the Soul Ray attack. It is a ranged spell attack, plus 6 to hit, range 45 to 90 feet, one target, and deals 2d6 plus 3 force damage. So after a likely tricky encounter, your party has just slain the Fool's Idol for hopefully the last time. What do they get? They will get the Doll Demon Soul. Hey, so I decided to rework how this magic item worked in post-production, so I'm going to put it in here. The Doll Demon Soul is a rare consumable item that requires attunement by a spellcaster. It is the soul of the demon Fool's Idol. It radiates a strong power. And while attuned to this item, you may consume the soul to learn the Guiding Bolt spell. It does not count against the number of total spells you know. You may cast the spell once without expending a spell slot. You may not cast the spell again in this way until you finish a long rest. So you get to learn Guiding Bolt as any type of spellcaster. That is the magic item. Anyways, back to the video outro. But guys, that is how I think you should run the Fool's Idol, the Doll Demon Soul in DnD 5e. If you guys enjoyed all of these things in this stat block, be sure to leave this video a like, leave any comments or questions you have in the comment section down below, and we have a lot more Demon Souls content to cover, so be sure to subscribe and not miss any of that coming up very soon. And until next time, guys, have fun, stay safe, and as always, happy gaming.